What I really want to do is I really want to clamp the arm in place. So I want you guys to notice something. If my knees are open and you just extend your arm all the way, his arm rests very comfortably on my chest. The second that I pinch my knees together and I connect to his arm, look how high his wrist just goes up. As I fall back with the arm, I actually pinch my knees together, because now what you can see is my back is off the ground. If I start to fall back, if my back were to hit the ground, his arm were to be broken. What I'm doing is I'm basically taking all the slack out of the arm lock. If I just pinch my knees together from here, look what happens. So just from pinching my knees together, what it does is it creates tension on the arm. Now, the other thing I can do is I will pinch here. And now what you notice is I've completely changed the fulcrum and basically the angle of where things start to break. So if I actually pinch here and I start to fall back on his arm, he's already tapping. So people always ask, why do people cross the ankles? A lot of times the reason that people cross the ankles is to prevent the leg from getting pushed off the head. So that's the whole purpose of crossing the ankles, but it's not something that you should do all the time. It's something that you should do if people are trying to push your leg over the head. Sometimes you can cross, but again, we want to make sure everything is tight. So I'm pulling my heels in and pinching my knees together. Another thing that I do, so that's kind of more focused on the submission, but one of the big problems with taking the arm lock, once we get in the arm lock position, is actually breaking the grip, okay? And I see a lot of people struggle really hard breaking the grip. And one of the reasons is because if you grab your hands like this, people have this arm inside, but what you notice is there's no tension in my grip on his arm. And so what people end up doing is, as I start to commit energy and as I start to fall back, there's a lot of slack. So if he's holding tight and I start to just pull back, what you notice is my arm slides down to his elbow, and from here I'm fighting a lot of power, right? And it's really hard. I'm basically just trying to pull back by leaning back. What's important is that I actually don't pull from his elbow, but I pull from where I have the most leverage, which is as far out as possible. I want to pull on his wrist. What I will do is I actually move his elbow out of the way, and now I secure by wrapping his wrist and then gluing it to my body. So I'm using my elbow. Once I wrap, I actually connect everything to my body. So I will move to the wrist and I sit up and I wrap here at the crook of my elbow, and then I pinch everything to my body. Now the first thing I do is, now that it's attached to my body, now that I've connected it to my body, hold tight. The first thing I do is my belly goes in and I sit up. Now I just lean back and I'm holding my arm. And so when you go to pull back on my arm, so just go ahead and take the arm. So like if you were to break the grip, what would you do?
Me personally?
Yeah, you personally.
Kick.
Okay, so go kick. Kick that off.
It's pretty strong, man.
Does it feel hard?
Yeah.
So the problem is, even when you scissor your legs,
Yep.
right? The problem when you scissor your legs is, even when you stretch your legs, you're not really putting, like, this is actually a really strong grip and you're fighting my chest.
Yep.
Right? So even if you put your foot here and you try to push my arm off, what happens is, like this clamp here,
Yep.
right? Most people can actually hold their body weight up with their fingers. And this clamp, when you're pulling back, the pulling back is with your low back. Do you
Yep.
see that?
Yep.
So you're pushing with this and you're pulling back, but man, even if you just push and pull a little bit, try to kick this off, or try to push with your leg and pull back. Feel hard?
Yep.
Right? So instead of doing that, keep your legs on me. So the other problem with doing an X on your to break the grip is, what happened to your knees when you did that? What happened when you crossed your ankles around my arm to try to extend?
They did.
Did your knees open up?
Yep.
Yeah. So that creates a problem, right? Because you can see that you lose the leverage.
Yep.
Okay. So from here, right, push my elbow towards your hip. So use this hand, push the elbow towards your hip so it's out of the way. Now what I want you to do is look, connect this, good. Grab your shoulder and pinch my wrist to your butt. Good. Okay. First thing I want you to do is belly goes forward. So push your belly forward, head goes up towards the ceiling. Just think about you're being proud. A little bit more belly forward. A little bit more belly forward. You see? I want my wrist to go up. So take my wrist away from your body. Using this grip, connect here. Belly, that's it. Do you feel that?
Yep.
So the idea is you want to take my arm away from the body, all right, before you fall. So do that again. Do that again. Belly, okay. Now think about falling backwards. The back of your head touches the ground first. Just go. Does that feel strong?
Yep.
So do you feel your whole body right now is engaged in taking my arm?
Yep.